Nonlinear. In mathematics and science, a nonlinear system is a system in which the change of output is not proportional to the change of an input. So nonlinear problems are interest to engineers, biologists, mathematicians, and many other scientists because most of systems are inherently nonlinear in nature. Diba yung linear is something related to a line. And yung nonlinear naman is yung which does not form a straight line. It looks like a curve or in a graph and has variable slope value. The major difference between linear and nonlinear equation is given here for the students to understand in a more natural way. So, ito yung example ng problem for nonlinear. So x cubed plus y cubed equals 25. So ito yung kung paano siya gawin sa Jupyter Notebook. So first is import numpy as np. So yung numpy dyan is np yung niya. From scipy, optimize import epsilon. So define my function x ay z, tapos x, first is yung x equals to z, bracket 0, pangalawa yung i-code nyo is y equals z, bracket 1, tapos y equals z, bracket 2. Tapos after nyan is f equals to np or numpy dot empty close open parenthesis, tapos 3. Tapos, after nyon is f bracket 0 equals to x raised to, ito yun, raised to 3 plus y raised to 3 tapos minus 25. So, pag punta dito, magiging negative 25 na siya. So, minus 25. Tapos, after nyon, yung dito sa may function na naka-bracket, ikakapin mo dito sa f. Sa f1. Tapos f bracket 1 equals to y minus x raised to 3. Tapos dito sa f bracket 2 is equals y plus 4 minus x times y. So, after nyon is mag-code ka na return f. Tapos after nyan is zguess equals to numpy in a return. So zguess minus equals to numpy or np that array. So open parenthesis bracket 1 comma 1 comma 1 bracket close parenthesis. After nyan is gawa ka ng z equals to f so tapos may function open parenthesis may function comma zguess close parenthesis. Ito yon yung may function, ito yon yung define na dinefine mo dito sa x, y, and z na mayroong z bracket 0, z bracket 1, z bracket 2. Tapos yun, diba? After zguess, after nyan is i-type mo is code mo na print open parenthesis z and close parenthesis. So, ang sagot dito ay tatlo. Ito yung 1.41114896 tapos 2.81007935 and plus is negative 0.02 3,455,9,544. So, ito yung answer para dito sa non-linear na ito yung problem na x cubed plus y cubed equals 25. So, thank you po.
Differentiation. Let us first define differentiation. In mathematics, it is the process of finding the derivative or rate of change of a function. In contrast to the abstract nature of the theory behind it, the practical technique of differentiation can be carried out by purely algebraic manipulations using three basic derivatives, four rules of operation, and a knowledge of how to manipulate functions. So in here, meron tayo example using Python and Jupyter Notebook sa pag-differentiate. So here's the example. A group of engineers designed a sports car with a given velocity of Vt is equals to 30t squared minus 10. Calculate the velocity at t is equals to 4. So here's the code that I've used. So first, we'll import SymPy as sp, and then we'll create a variable. In this case, I've chose variable t, and that'll be sp.symbol t, and to differentiate that by doing sp.diff, and we'll put the function 30t squared minus 10 with respect to t. So, maglagay tayo ng print para makita natin yung sagot. And that'll give us an answer of 60t. So, since my first derivative na tayo, we can solve or evaluate t is equals to 4. So, to do that, first from scipy.misc, import derivative. And then we have to define function t, and I'll return 30t squared minus 10. In here, I put derivative f and the function that I want to evaluate. So in this case, ito na yung 4. So take note that these two, importante to para sa pag-plot ng graph. So here I'll print d, and where 4 is the value that I want to evaluate, and that'll give us an answer of 240. And 240 is yung ating velocity. Pwede natin i-plot yung ating sagot, pati yung function. So to do that, we'll need to type matplotlib inline import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, and also we need to import numpy as np. So we can use any variable we want. In this case, I've used y, and then equals to numpy that linspace maybe -3 or 3, then plt that plot y function y, plt plot y derivative y. So pag in-run natin yung code, we should see this graph. Yan na yung plot nitong function na to. And then this is the 30t squared minus 10, and here is the derivative.
Integration. So, what is integration? Integration is a process of summation of a product. In fact, the integration symbol actually parang siya S elongated S. Ang meaning niyan is summation. And consider the function of x when it undergoes an infinitesimal change of dx. The product of function and the infinitesimal change at any point is f of x dx. In other words, it is area of an infinitely small rectangular of the height and width dx. So the hypothetical and real-world engineering problem. So ang ginamit natin ano is trapezoidal rule of integration. So the problem is, Arzaga company tells that every bag of portland cement has at least 40 kilograms. The probability that there are 40 kilograms or more in one bag of portland cement. So ito yung given. Given is integration 40 to infinity 1.3543 e raised to negative 0.4591 open parenthesis y minus 40 raised to 2. Approximately the above integral as integral 40 to 50 1.3540 e raised to negative 0.4591 open close parenthesis y minus 40 raised to 2. Then, ganito yung so, ito yung type define trap open close parenthesis A, comma B. So, E or exponential. Kung makita niya pag sa calculator, meron siyang equals na 2.71828. Ganyan yung exponential. So, first case, hanapin natin yung A2. A2 equals to 1, ito yun, 1, ito yun, 1.3543 times E raised to negative, ito yung task, negative 0.4591 times A times 40. Ito yun yung 40, at least 40, meron daw sa isang cement na 40 kilogram. So, time raised to 2. Tapos dito naman tayo sa B2. B2 equals to 1.3543 times raised to ulit yung negative 0.4591. 491 times B tapos times 40 or the Portland cement kilogram. 40 raised to 2. So, type result equals to open close parenthesis 40, comma 50 times mo lang siya sa A2 or ito to yung A2 plus a B2 and then times 10 raised to negative 54 or divide 2. After that is type return and result. And after this is type trap, open close parenthesis, 4T, comma, 50. So, yun. After nyan, yun na. Ang sagot is negative 6.77150000.
So, yung topic na napunta sa akin is partial different equation. So, what is partial different equation? So, in mathematics, a partial different equation or PDE is an equation which imposes relationship between the various partial derivatives of a multivariable function. So, the function is often thought of as unknown to be solved for similarly to how x is thought for as unknown number to be solved for in algebraic equation like x squared minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. So, magbibigay po tayo ng example dito regarding sa engineering problem or real world problem. So, paano ba natin magagamit si partial different equation sa real scenario na makikita natin? So, sa problem na example dito, so let's say a reinforced bars with a diameter 6 millimeter that has a temperature of 220 degrees on the right end and 80 degrees Celsius on the left end. If the reinforced bar has a length of 6 meter, use the explicit method to find the temperature distribution in the bar from t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 6 seconds. So the initial temperature of the rod is 40 degrees Celsius. So use change in x is equal to 0.04 meter and change in time is equal to 4 seconds. So ito na yung problem na isosolve natin gamit itong si partial different equation. So may formula tayo na magiging basis dito para masolve ito. So let's say a is equal to 54 w over m minus k, and then s is equal to 7,800 kilogram over meters m cube, and E is equal to 490 J over kg minus K. So, i-break down natin tong mga given na to. So, si A is 54, S is 7,800, si E natin is 490. And then, may time tayo ni given na 4 seconds. Ito yung change time na given dito. And then, meron tayong change in X, which is 0.04 meter. So, titignan na natin dito pagdating dito sa time na gagamitin natin. So, sa lam is equal to a slash s times e, and then times t slash x times 4. So, 4, ito yun yung change of sa time natin. So, 4 gagamitin natin. So, sa t at 0, meron tayong 220 degrees Celsius. And then, pagdating sa time 1 hanggang time 4, meron tayong 40, which is yun yung initial temperature ng ating bar. So, sa T5, meron tayong 80 degrees Celsius, which is ito. So, sa left end niya. So, yun yung mga given na binibigay natin dito. So, ito, so, tandaan lang natin to sa formula, yung A, S, and E natin. And then, pagdating dito sa time 01 is equal to time 0, and then time 11 is equal to time 1 plus lam times T2 minus 4 times T1 plus 0. And then, ganun din sa iba. So, pataas na taas tayo, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51. Nagre-represent ito ng different time, ito yung different time na nakalagay dito. So, ganun din sa T51, meron tayong T5. And then, dito, susundan lang natin to. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ganun lang siya yung, pagkakasunod niya. So, kukumputin natin. So, now, magkukumpute tayo ngayon ulit. So, maglalam tayo ulit dito. So, 12, 22, 32, 42, 53 na naman. So, is equal to T11, T21, T31, T41, and T51. So, plus lam lang tayo times T21 minus 4 times T11 plus T01. So, tandaan natin T01, T11, 21, 31. So, ngayon, so since natapos na tayo sa 11, sa 12, and then ngayon dito na tayo sa 3. So, T3 is equal to T02. So, T13, T23, T33, T43, and T53. And then, same process, and then pinapalitan lang natin tong value neto depende doon sa magiging time natin dito. So, since makapapansin nyo, dito sa time 1, so mag-start tayo 11:21, and then so on. And then sa time 2, ganun din. And then dito sa time 3 natin. So, coding lang tayo. So, print ng T03, 13, 23, 33, 43, and 53. So, ito yung kabuuan ng code na gagamitin natin para ma-solve itong problem na to. So, using partial different equation. So, clearly naman na binigay na lahat ng given dito. And then, kapag niran natin dito, ito na yung magiging sagot niya. So, 220, which is yung temperature right sa right end. And then, ito na. Since na may different lumps tayo, different time, and then, ito, nakikita nyo may formula tayo na sinasolve, ito na yung magiging sagot niya. So, ito na, yung apat na to. So, makikita na, clearly naman to na makikita natin na. So, ito na yung result ng pag-run natin ng ating coding dito sa ating solving ng partial difference equation. So, yun lang, make sure lang na tama yung pag-insert natin ng mga value na given, and then follow lang tayo sa process and step ng pag-coding. So, yun, thank you so much.
So the topic that I choose is ordinary differential equation. What is ordinary differential equation? In mathematics, it is an equation which consists of one or more functions of one independent variable along with their derivatives. A differential equation is an equation that contains a function with one or more derivatives. But in the case ODE, the word ordinary is used for derivative of the function for single independent variable. In case of other types of different equations, it is possible to have a derivative or function more than one variable. The types of DEs are partial differential equation, linear and nonlinear differential equation, homogeneous and non-homogeneous differential equation. So here's a hypothetical and real-world engineering problem. The concentration of salt X in a homemade soap maker is given as a function of time by dx over dt is equal to 10 minus 0.12x. At the initial time t is equals to 0, the salt concentration in the tank is 150 gallon per liter. Using Range-Kutta fourth-order method and a step size of t is equal to 2 meter, what is the salt concentration after 4 minutes? So when you open the Python, ito yung lalabas. Just type def f t and x equals xo is equals to 150, which is yung value ng gallon mo, h is equals to 2, which is yung t mo, and t is equals to h over 2. So, bali yung gagawin mo lang dito is papalitan mo lang yung value dito. So, 10 minus 0.12 times XO, K2 is equal to 10 minus 0.12 times XO plus 0.5 times K1 times 2. Ganon din sa K3 and so on and so forth. Pagdating mo naman sa X1, i-compile mo lang lahat ng values nito, values ng K1, K2, K3, and K4. Ganon din sa K11. Same process lang sila dito sa K1, K2, K3, and K4. Ganon din yung gagawin mo dito. Ang magiging result kapag run mo yung Python is 124.586.2285.0269.185 gallon liter or 124.586 gallon of liter. Para malaman mo yung concentration niya after 4 minutes, just use this formula. E is equal to 2.71828. Result is equal to 124.586 plus 39.286 times exponential negative 3.5 times time. Print x, open and close parenthesis, 4 gallon over liter is equal to 124.586032667744489 gallon of liter or 124.59 gallon of liter. That's all.